Ever wondered why you get different types of headaches? Well, it's not as simple as one might think. You see, headaches are quite the enigma. They aren't a one-size-fits-all phenomenon, far from it. Headaches are often the body's way of signaling an underlying issue, and they can manifest in various forms. Sometimes it might be a dull ache that seems to wrap around your entire head. Other times it could be a throbbing pain on one side or perhaps a piercing sensation behind your eyes. Each of these experiences corresponds to a different type of headache. From tension headaches and migraines to cluster, sinus, and even caffeine withdrawal headaches. Understanding the nature of your headache is the first step towards finding an effective treatment. It's like being a detective, piecing together the clues your body is giving you. Ready to unravel the mystery behind your headaches? Let's dive right in. First up on the list is the most common type of headache, the tension headache. These are the unwelcome guests that often pop up when we're stressed or have been sitting in one position for too long. Yes, that's right. Poor posture can indeed be a headache, quite literally. When it comes to tension headaches, there are usually a few telltale signs. Most commonly, you'll experience a constant ache or pressure around your head, almost like an invisible band squeezing your forehead or creeping up from the back of your skull. Some people also feel tenderness on their scalp, neck, or shoulder muscles. So, what's the culprit behind these headaches? Well, we can often point a finger at the stress of everyday life. Tension headaches are your body's not-so-subtle way of telling you that it's time to take a break. They can be triggered by emotional stress, like that looming deadline, or physical stress, such as staring at your computer screen for hours on end. But don't worry, there are several ways to send these headaches packing. First and foremost, regular exercise is a great way to keep tension headaches at bay. It doesn't have to be anything intense. A brisk walk or a short yoga session can do wonders. Secondly, pay attention to your posture, especially if you're sitting for long periods. Make sure your workstation is ergonomic and take frequent breaks to stretch and move around. Stress management techniques can also be incredibly helpful. This might include deep breathing exercises, meditation, or even just taking a few minutes each day to do something you enjoy. Over-the-counter pain relievers can also offer relief, but they should be used sparingly. If you find yourself reaching for them frequently, it's a sign that you might need to address the root causes of your headaches. Remember, if tension headaches are becoming a regular occurrence, it may be time to consult a healthcare professional. They can help you identify any underlying issues and provide tailored advice on how to manage your symptoms effectively. Next, we tackle migraines, a severe type of headache that can be debilitating. Migraines aren't your average headaches. They're a neurological condition characterized by intense, throbbing pain, typically on one side of the head. But what causes these painful episodes? Well, the precise cause of migraines is still a subject of ongoing research, but they're thought to be the result of abnormal brain activity temporarily affecting nerve signals, chemicals, and blood vessels in the brain. Some common triggers include hormonal changes, especially in women, certain foods and drinks like aged cheeses and alcohol, stress, changes in sleep patterns, and even environmental changes, such as weather or barometric pressure changes. Now let's dive into the symptoms. Migraines often come with a variety of symptoms, not just headache. Nausea, vomiting, and extreme sensitivity to light, sound, and even touch are commonly experienced. Some people may also see flashing lights, zigzagging lines, or temporarily lose their vision, a phenomenon known as aura. So, how can you manage these pesky migraines? The first step is to identify and avoid your triggers. Keeping a headache diary can help. Jot down when your migraines start, what you were doing at the time, what you ate that day, and how much sleep you had the night before. Over time, patterns may emerge that can help you avoid potential triggers. Medication can also provide relief. Over-the-counter pain relievers, triptans, or ergots are often used. But remember, medication is not a one-size-fits-all solution. What works for one person may not work for another, and some medications can have side effects or cause rebound headaches if overused. Lastly, adopting a healthy lifestyle can help reduce the frequency and severity of migraines. Regular exercise, a consistent sleep schedule, staying hydrated, and stress management techniques like yoga or meditation can all play a role in managing migraines. Migraines can significantly impact your quality of life, so don't hesitate to seek professional help if you're struggling. It's crucial to remember that you're not alone in this. Help is available, and with the right approach, migraines can be managed effectively. Now let's talk about cluster headaches, a type of headache that's less common but incredibly intense. Think of cluster headaches as the unwanted guest that shows up unannounced, wreaking havoc and leaving you in a state of distress. What triggers these uninvited visitors? Certain lifestyle factors have been linked to cluster headaches, such as alcohol consumption and smoking. However, the exact cause remains a mystery, much like the enigma of headaches themselves. The symptoms of cluster headaches are quite distinctive, the most notable one being an intense, searing pain around one eye. This pain, often described as a burning sensation, can be so severe that it wakes you up from sleep. Accompanying this, you might experience a stuffy or runny nose on the same side as the pain, a drooping eyelid, or even a flushed face. So how do you deal with this unwanted guest? Oxygen therapy, where you breathe in pure oxygen through a mask, has been found to bring relief for some. Certain medications, like triptans, can also be used under the guidance of a healthcare professional. Preventive treatments, which include calcium channel blockers and corticosteroids, can help reduce the frequency and severity of these headaches. But remember, it's not just about combating the pain, it's about understanding your headache patterns, triggers, and adopting a holistic approach towards management. Lifestyle changes such as quitting smoking, reducing alcohol intake, and maintaining a regular sleep schedule can go a long way in managing cluster headaches. It's also essential to stay hydrated, eat a balanced diet, and engage in regular physical activity. With cluster headaches, understanding is power. The more you know about your headaches, the better equipped you are to manage them, but as always, seeking professional advice is paramount. With cluster headaches, prompt treatment is crucial. Never ignore the signs. Ever had a headache with a stuffy nose? That's probably a sinus headache. Now let's delve into the mysteries of sinus headaches, often a case of mistaken identity. Sinus headaches are typically the result of another condition, sinusitis, an inflammation or swelling of the tissue lining the sinuses. This condition can be triggered by a common cold, allergic rhinitis, or a deviated septum, which can block the sinus ducts and cause pain and pressure. Another common cause is allergies. When you're exposed to an allergen, your body releases histamines that can cause swelling in the sinus membranes, leading to a sinus headache. Now, how do you know if you're dealing with a sinus headache? Well, the symptoms often mirror those of a tension headache or a migraine, which is why they're often misdiagnosed. But there are some telltale signs. A sinus headache usually comes with a feeling of pressure or fullness in your cheeks, brows, or forehead. This pain often gets worse when you bend over or lie down. You might also have a runny or stuffy nose, and your face may feel tender to the touch. So, how can you manage a sinus headache? It's crucial to treat the underlying sinus condition to get relief. Over-the-counter decongestants can help to reduce the swelling in your sinuses and relieve the pressure and pain. Nasal irrigation using a neti pot or saline spray can also be effective in clearing the sinus ducts. And remember, hydration is key. Drinking plenty of fluids can thin out the mucus and help to unblock your sinuses. But if your symptoms persist, it's time to see a doctor. You might need antibiotics to treat a sinus infection or antihistamines and steroids to tackle allergies. As we've learned, sinus headaches are often misunderstood and misdiagnosed. But with the right understanding, you can identify and manage them effectively. Remember, sinus headaches often require medical treatment, so don't delay in seeking help. Finally, we have caffeine withdrawal headaches. Yes, your morning coffee can be a double-edged sword. Often we don't realize how dependent our bodies have become on caffeine until we skip that morning cup and the headache sets in. This happens because caffeine constricts blood vessels in your brain, and when you don't have your usual dose, the vessels expand again, causing a throbbing headache. Symptoms of caffeine withdrawal headaches can vary from person to person, but the most common one is a persistent, dull ache in your head that can last for several hours or even a few days. Other symptoms may include irritability, fatigue, and difficulty focusing. But fear not, you don't need to give up your coffee ritual entirely. The key is moderation. Try to reduce your caffeine intake gradually, and remember to hydrate with plenty of water. This can help mitigate the effects of caffeine withdrawal. So, the next time your head is pounding, remember, it could be your coffee calling.